Luciano was probably the man who transformed the Mafia the most. After the Castellamarese War, instead of proclaiming himself the new boss of the bosses, he created the Commission, a council that allowed bosses from the 5 families of New York to settle disputes and share power. This was done to avoid wars, and it gave him the nickname of the father of the modern American Mafia. Also, unlike older bosses who wanted to keep things only Sicilian, Luciano believed in making alliances with anyone if it brought profit. However, power brought attention, because in 1936, prosecutor Thomas Dewey convicted him of running a prostitution racket, and Luciano was sentenced to 30 to 50 years in prison. Even behind bars, however, he stayed influential. During World War II, he made a secret deal with the U.S. Navy to help protect New York docks from Axis sabotage, and in return, his sentence was reduced in 1946, but only once he accepted deportation to Italy. From then on, he lived in Naples under close watch. He could no longer openly run the Mafia in America, but he still held influence through his allies. In the 1940s, he briefly operated from Havana until U.S. pressure forced him back to Italy. Then, at Naples Airport on January 26, 1962, he collapsed and died of a heart attack after he had just finished meeting with American film producer Martin Gush, who wanted to make a movie about his life. What Luciano didn't know was that Italian drug agents were following him that day, ready to arrest him on smuggling charges, but he died before they could act. Later, his body was flown to New York, where more than 2,000 mourners came to his burial in Queens. Carlo Gambino himself delivered his eulogy. If you liked